What we got to understand, you know, the parable of the sower. Mark gives an account and Matthew gives an account, and Jesus is is recorded as saying in Mark that those by the wayside who heard the word are those that you know heard the word, and the evil one immediately came and stole away what was sown in their heart. Well, Matthew says it was because they understood it not. Satan came immediately and stole away what was sown in the heart. So this comes to the cares of the riches, you know, and the deceitfulness of riches and the deceitfulness of sin, because the stony ground represents the heart that is hardened through the deceitfulness of sin, because the writer of Hebrews in chapter 3 declares that is the deceitfulness of sin that hardens the heart. And he says, encourage one another daily, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. So we've got to understand, and it's the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches and the desire of other things that creeping in that choke out the word sown in the heart and prevent it from bearing fruit in our life. So you got to stop being distracted by the world. And as God, by the mouth of Jeremiah, said, you will seek me and find me, says the Lord, when you seek me with the whole heart. So we've got to understand that, like the people of Berea, who were more noble than they of Thessalonica, and that they received the word that Paul and Silas were proclaiming about Jesus and his resurrection, and that they received what they were saying with readiness of mind and searched the scriptures daily to see if those things were so. Because this is what also that Jesus is saying in Mark chapter 4, when he's saying that, if any of you have ears to hear, take heed to what you hear, because the measure you use to hear, it will be measured back to you, and more shall be given. What more ability to hear and understand shall be given. But you that have not, what a willingness to hear. Even what you have previously had shall be taken from you. And this is described in Hebrews chapter 5. You need to understand